Return of 911, March 16th on Fox.
Seriously injured? Now, your attorney matters. When you can't afford to lose, call Robert J. DeBryan Associates. Your case, our promise. Robert J. DeBryan Associates.
To be a great explorer, you need intelligent four-wheel drive, an active terrain management system, the most available driver assist technology of any vehicle in its class, and enough cargo space for any adventure. The all-new 2020 Ford Explorer. It's the greatest exploration vehicle of all time.
Now, lease a new all-wheel drive Explorer for just $299 a month. Only at your local Ford stores.
If you're even thinking about starting to smoke, take a good hard look at all these ads and know that some of the people that were in these ads are no longer with us because they smoked.
You can quit. For free help, visit cdc.gov/tip.
We begin with breaking news tonight. People across the state still having trouble reaching 911 emergency centers.
Multiple cell phone carriers are experiencing intermittent outages on 911 lines. Emergency agencies say landlines are not having issues. It's just cell phones. Salt Lake City, Sandy, St. George, Davis County, and Summit County are all among those experiencing those outages.
We decided to go ahead and use social media to put it out there to make sure that, members of the public are aware that we're aware and we're working on the problem.
Some agencies offer text to 911, and for a complete list of dispatch direct numbers, you can head to our website. That's fox13now.com.
Also developing tonight, a prison riot causes a scare in Elko County, Nevada. The Wells Conservation Camp is located about 15 miles east of Wells and 45 miles just west of Wendover.
Officers responded to the camp when the fight broke out. It was rumored that some prisoners may have escaped during this matter. It did not result in any prisoners getting out. According to the Elko County Sheriff's Office, 3 to 6 inmates were involved in a physical altercation, and they were detained by law enforcement. One inmate was transported to Eli State Prison for medical treatment. Law enforcement has handed over the investigation to the Nevada Department of Prisons response team.
Tonight, results are coming in for the Nevada caucus, and Fox News is projecting Senator Bernie Sanders takes that state. Now
the other Democratic candidates and the Republicans wondering, can Bernie be stopped? Fox's Mark Meredith is in Las Vegas with the latest.
We can win the Democratic nomination. We can defeat Donald Trump.
It's another big win for Bernie Sanders, the Vermont senator and self-proclaimed Democratic socialist, largely beating out his Democratic rivals in the Nevada caucus.
Clearly, the Bernie Sanders win is very telling. It shows that the party has shifted far left.
The frontrunner campaigned in the Silver State Friday, but as Nevadans headed to caucus locations on Saturday, Sanders was already stumping in the delegate-rich Super Tuesday state of Texas.
When we come together, there is nothing we cannot accomplish.
Joe Biden had a stronger showing in Nevada compared to prior contests. Biden told his supporters, despite not coming in first place, he still believes he's the most viable candidate to beat President Trump in November.
People want to know who's most likely to beat Donald Trump. And even the few polls that show Bernie tied with me or ahead of me show me being the one that is most likely to be able to beat Trump.
Nevada's Democratic Party was eager to avoid the caucus chaos that plagued Iowa. However, it wasn't all smooth sailing. There were reports of a lack of volunteers at some precincts and confusion about the rules. The National Democratic Party chairman says he'll push for a conversation about the role of caucuses in the future.
We can't wave a magic wand and require states to become a primary state because you have to pass a state law.
Republicans did not hold a caucus on Saturday. They canceled this cycle's contest, guaranteeing President Trump's support from Nevada Republicans. The Democratic presidential candidates are getting ready to head south. There's going to be a debate in South Carolina on Tuesday, and that's just a few days before the Palmetto State will hold its primary next Saturday. Reporting in Las Vegas, Mark Meredith, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Continuing our coverage, Fox 13's Spencer Joseph was in Nevada watching this race closely today.
He shares more from one town that voted before all the rest.
Democracy in action today, the Nevada 2020 Democratic caucus taking place, and the very first ones in the entire state to vote right here in West Wendover. That's because they're on Mountain Standard Time, unlike the rest of Nevada. We were in the room when those first votes were cast. The town of West Wendover on the Utah-Nevada border is pretty small, with a population of just over 4,000. Of that, only 387 are registered Democrats. Despite its size, this is a town of firsts. West Wendover leading the way for the West in the 2020 Nevada Democratic Caucus.
And here in West Wendover, because we are on the mountain time, because we're so close to our good neighbors in Utah, in Salt Lake City, we got to be very first of the first.
It's not the only first concerning this small group of voters.
So you talk about first. Well, what's in our First Amendment, using our voice. So just to be able to speak out and say, this is what I believe in, this is what I think is what I would like for my future and my children's future, my grandchildren's future, that's really cool.
But for one caucus goer today, it was an extra special first.
This is my first caucus.
And it being her first time, she was very excited.
I'm inspired. I'm inspired and happy to partake.
In this particular precinct, it was a tie on delegates, with 2 each going to candidates Amy Klobuchar, Bernie Sanders, and Elizabeth Warren. So whether you're first in the West or the last one to cast your vote,
you need to get out and vote. It's your civic duty. But if you're going to vote, make sure that you know what you're voting for and why you're voting for it. So be informed, be involved.
There's just one more thing I wanted to mention about the Nevada caucus, and it's just so uniquely Nevada I couldn't. How they break a tie in this caucus if they can't figure out the math, they break out a deck of cards. They hand one to each of the candidate groups, and the one with the highest, ace high, wins the delegates. Isn't that so Nevada? In West Wendover, Spencer Joseph, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Snow and rain continuing throughout southern and central Utah. Here's a look at some of the fresh snow this afternoon at Bryan Head Resort. More expected throughout the night, so tomorrow could make for a good old-fashioned powder day.
And a question many of us are wondering, could that storm move its way to northern Utah, Breck?
Well, right now it's focusing across central and southern Utah as it has been snowing, especially throughout the afternoon and currently right now. It's been piling up. We showed you in Bryan Head, another location towards southern Utah. This is Duck Creek Village. Rob's sitting in this photo where along Highway 89, Kane County, we do have road restrictions where four-wheel drive chains required in that region, where as you can see, they pile up about 5 to 6 inches so far, as they'll continue to see that in the overnight hours. Let's take a look at your Sky Tracker Doppler radar, where as we focus in on the storm, again, it's across southern into central Utah that we're seeing the activity right now. Now, we had rain throughout the Dixie area. Those showers pushing away just a little bit, but you make your move along I-15. You hit Cedar City, moving northward. We're seeing that snow falling right now. And in some spots, it's kind of a mixture of rain and snow. But as temperatures are cooling off, throughout the evening, we're definitely going to be seeing snow for most locations across central and southern Utah. And those showers having an impact along I-15 up through Beaver and then moving further northward as well. Along I-70, Salina over towards Green River, we're seeing that activity right now. I want to just show you, take a look at our traffic computer here, what we're seeing, where we typically highlight this, of course, during the rush hour across northern Utah. But let's focus in across the south, where as you look at some of the road areas and roadways, we're seeing a lot of oranges and yellow along I-15. As we go from Parowan up through Beaver, definitely slow roads. In some spots, you're just traveling at about 20 miles per hour. And then traveling along Highway 89, just south of Panguitch, a concern. I-70, as I mentioned, going from Salina over towards Green River, a lot of locations you can see in orange. Where as we look for tonight, we do have watches and warnings in place. Let's take a look, where as we look right now, winter weather advisory for central and southern Utah for the overnight hours as the storm does continue on. When does it push away, and will it have an impact for the Wasatch Front? We'll let you know coming up.
New at 9, vandals targeted Mike Bloomberg's Salt Lake City headquarters early this morning. Police say rocks were used to break 6 windows at the offices located at 243 East, 400 South. Bloomberg's campaign did release a statement today saying, in part, "We know that emotions can run high in politics, but we also know that even when we disagree, Utahns find common ground in civil discourse. If you know anything about this vandalism, call Salt Lake City Police." The cost of surviving. A Cache County teen is working to raise money, all to change your life.
Fox 13's Sydney Glenn spent this afternoon with Desiree Turner.
I love the country of this town. I love the farmland.
Umaga, Utah, population 356. The place the Turner family calls home.
I have a million best friends, and I love every one of them.
The Turners know how special this small town is.
We are very lucky to live where we do.
Especially after life threw them an unexpected curveball.
Time. The brain takes time to heal.
3 years ago, Desiree Turner was shot in the head and left for dead in a canal.
I'm definitely a lot better than I was a year ago.
Every day is a battle.
Chronic pain is a hard thing to deal with.
It only takes a few minutes with this spunky teen to see she's a fighter.
And after I was shot, I was thinking my showing days were over.
Nope, not even close.
These are all my ribbons. Every single one of them.
While she's winning dog shows.
Who's a good puppy?
With some help from her puppy Snoopy.
Sit. Thank you.
She has something else she's working towards.
My arm has not functioned for 3 years. And so to finally have something as big as your arm and hand back, that's like unbelievably exciting.
Yep, she's raising money for a robotic prosthetic arm and a neuro rehab clinic so she can start doing some of the simple things.
I want a high five.
Like pet her dog with both hands.
Yep, you're trying.
It could change her life.
Well, this exciting new chapter looks to be close.
Every day.
Tonight is about something different.
Isn't it beautiful? I love it.
Desiree is going to prom.
Like any girl, who doesn't like dressing up and getting one night to wear a pretty dress and go dance all night like Cinderella?
And while she waits for her date to pick her up in her small town, she dreams of the future.
I'll be able to go a mile further than I ever thought possible.
In Umaga. Sydney Glenn, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Desiree is truly incredible. Now, the Turner family says they've been fighting with the insurance company, but most of those procedures they need will not be covered. So if you want to help Desiree, we have a link over on fox13now.com. And still to come, new video released in the search for JJ and Tylee, and what we're learning about the next steps for their stepfather after Lori Vallow Daybell was arrested.
And see how one Utah community is fighting on Capitol Hill to get basic necessities like water and electricity for its people.
It's the new sleep remedy women need to know. You've tried everything, but you're super busy.
Guilty of sometimes sleeping literally with the phone.
And highly stressful days.
Make dinner and keep the house clean.
Are keeping you from nodding off at night.
Having the TV on, having the TV off.
Now we show women the new keys to getting some Z's. Monday on Fox 13 News at 9.
Who stays and who goes?
What I want to know is who's going to come between me and that taco.
The Masked Singer.
Wednesday at 7 on Fox 13.
Road closed, huh? Is any road really closed for Quattro?
There's literally no road up ahead.
Not even that snowstorm could stop us.
Zero road.
Okay. Then I guess I'll just find my own road.
Go confidently with legendary Quattro all-wheel drive. Get exceptional offers on an Audi today.
Here's the scary truth. It's easy to say beat Trump. It's going to be harder to do. We need someone who has the clout, toughness, and record of getting things done. Mike Bloomberg, who brought a city back after 9/11 and has taken on bully after bully to do what's right. Because the first thing that needs to get done is winning, and that means beating the biggest bully of all. The gloves are off, but the fight is on.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Dear Winter, it's been fun getting to know you. Sleet, blizzards, ice. I love that you don't hold back. We didn't take it personally when you tried to bury us under 6 feet of snow. It's cool. You do your thing, and we'll do ours. Stay chill, Toyota Trucks.
Right now, lease a new 2020 Tacoma for just $239 per month, or get $1,250 cash back on a new Tacoma. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Our national forests belong to all of us. Now they need us to help replant them. Visit arborday.org. See how you can help.
New tonight in the search for JJ and Tylee, we have received this new video from the East Idaho News. It's showing what may be the last time JJ Vallow was seen. This video was taken from a Ring doorbell camera in Rexburg, Idaho on September 17th. JJ has not been seen since about a week after that. Fast forward to a few days ago, and Lori is now behind bars, and her new husband, Chad, is now trying to figure out what to do next.
Chad, where are the kids? Where are the kids, Chad? Where are Tylee and JJ, Chad?
Where's your children, Chad?
Reporting that since Lori's court appearance, he has been spotted at a bank. Lori's bond is $5 million, but with a 10% cash surety, he could, in theory, make a $500,000 payment with the life insurance money from his previous wife, Tammy Daybell. Lori's next court appearance is March 2nd. Fox 13's Adam Herbetz has been following this story closely. He will have an update for us tomorrow night. Stay with Fox 13 News as we follow the court proceedings and the search for JJ and Tylee. You can always get the latest on air, but also online anytime on our website, fox13now.com.
There is a community here in Utah with no power and no water, and now people from all sides are coming together to find solutions. Fox 13's Ben Winslow shows us why they want lawmakers to step up and help out.
To get the house heated, we still use wood and fire.
Evangeline Gray lives in Westwater. She has no power.
We still haul water.
Westwater is just outside Blanding city limits.
Westwater sits next to the city of Blanding. It's on a piece of ground that's owned by the Navajo Nation, but it's not reservation land. So it's fee title land owned by the Navajo Nation, and it's land that's been occupied for longer before this town of Blanding.
Because of the jurisdictional issues, it's gone without basic infrastructure.
Well, it's Navajo Nation, and then no, it's the city of Blanding, no, it's Utah, and it's just kind of been bouncing around.
It comes down to which government stakeholder wants to help these citizens who are in desperate need of basic services that the rest of America takes for granted.
Now, Westwater residents are here at the Capitol asking the state of Utah to help fund infrastructure needs in the community. They want about $500,000 from the legislature. Westwater has also brought together two sides that don't often agree. Representative Phil Lyman is working with Utah Diné Bikéyah to get the money. The two sides have vehemently disagreed on other tribal issues, including the designation of Bears Ears National Monument and President Trump shrinking it.
These are great people out in Westwater. They're great people who deserve to have something other than politics decide what happens out there.
Political differences aside, it's a human need, and that's what I'm glad that we can stand together in that regard to help resolve this plight among our community members.
Representative Lyman is trying to get the legislature to appropriate the money. The state treasurer is dipping into a trust fund to help fund infrastructure improvements, and Utah Diné Bikéyah is crowdfunding to help the people of Westwater.
We're just praying and hoping people hear us and have the heart to see our community and see it get water and electricity.
On the Hill, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Snow and rain in parts of southern and central Utah today, but the real question is, when does that get up north?
Well, this storm that's moving through southern Utah not going to have much of an impact across the north. It's the second storm behind it that we're definitely going to be looking at, that having an impact come tomorrow night through Monday. That's for northern Utah. But those traveling from the south, it's been treacherous here throughout the afternoon into the evening hours. We show you a view down in St. George. It is dark, but you can definitely see that sheen off the pavement there as rain continues to fall. We've been seeing some heavy rain surrounding the Dixie area and concerns that we still could potentially see some minor urban flooding. And any time that you have heavy rain towards some of those slot canyons, it's always a concern, even in the winter months. But rain showers in effect right now. Temperatures in the 40s. Winds are light, but moving along I-15, going north up towards Cedar City and even further north, we're seeing that rain changing into snow. Current conditions in Salt Lake City, we're in the mid-30s, mostly cloudy skies, winds calm. We're hanging on to the clouds, but the shower threat just not there as of yet. Again, the focus of this storm will still be across central and southern Utah for tonight with winter weather advisories, as you can see, for the central and southern mountains. And we're incorporating both the valleys and the mountains, as that will be in effect until 9 a.m. This potentially could be extended across southeastern Utah, lingering on into the afternoon hours as the storm moving from the southwest towards the southeast for tonight into tomorrow morning. Now, these are the total snow amounts that we're looking at, where we've already been picking up anywhere between 3 to 8 inches so far for some of the mountains across central and southern Utah. But all in all, the mountains look to get between 6 to 12 inches total. Southwest and central valleys, 1 to 4 inches. Castle Countries, and we even incorporate that looking up near Price as we look at Green River, Hanksville, and moving over towards Moab, we're looking at 3 to 8 inches of snow accumulations. It's heavy, wet snow, as this will be in effect again tonight through tomorrow. Currently looking at radar situation, as we've been showing you, slow and go. Once you move further north from Cedar City, Parowan up through Beaver, that's where we're definitely seeing some troubled spots, slushy conditions, and hopefully people are being cautious and taking their time there. Now the showers moving as far north as Nephi. That's where we're going to be cutting it off, the southern end of the Wasatch Front, maybe making a move towards Santa Quin, but avoiding most of Utah County. Now as we look along I-70, again from Salina all the way over towards Green River, sometimes it's difficult for the radar to pick this up from Hanksville, looking up near Green River, but it is, we're seeing the showers, and again heavy at times, and focus in near Moab, up just north of Blanding, and moving along I-70. As we look further north through the Uinta Basin, you potentially could see some snow up through Vernal. Possibilities, we've been seeing showers near Price. You'll be incorporated and involved in this storm. But as you look along the Wasatch Front, not much going on. We have just a few clouds around. But let's take a look at our computer models, where the focus will be across central and southern Utah for tonight. Have the clock here for this evening. You can see changing the colors as temperatures continue to cool off, where it all becomes snow, except for the Dixie area, as that snow falling along I-15 over along I-70, central Utah, so Escalante, Bryce Canyon, moving towards Hanksville, incorporating Monticello, Blanding, Moab, up near Price, Green River, Grand Junction. And then by tomorrow morning at noon, still hanging on to some lingering showers, mainly over the higher train, and then the storm is out of here. Then the focus turns toward northern Utah. We get clipped with a storm late Sunday through Monday morning. Let's show you what will take place there. By tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, it's on our doorstep. Moving through extreme northern Utah at 10 o'clock. Overnight, it tracks through the Wasatch Front. Now, snow accumulations for the valleys. Some spots could get up about an inch of accumulation, mainly along the benches, but for the mountains, we're talking a 3 to 6 inch range. You can see it doesn't incorporate much of northern Utah and quickly moves on. It will bring temperatures down just a little bit, but not a big storm that we have a lot of concern with. Monday morning's commute could see some canyon concerns, and that's about it. But the concerns will be across central and southern Utah tonight. As you look at your overnight lows, 20s, and looks like teens, at least across northern Utah. Tomorrow, we're going to be finding temperatures still in the 40s across northern Utah, 40s through central Utah. The storm moving away, except southeastern Utah will hang on some showers until the early afternoon hours. We're clearing off nicely in St. George. Then it's sunny. As temperatures a little cooler Tuesday, Wednesday, but we're in the upper 60s by the end of the week. Northern Utah, early Monday morning, that snow for the valleys. Lingering mountain showers into Monday afternoon. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're good to go. Could potentially maybe see a shower by the end of the week, but all in all, temperatures climbing and working their way up into the 50s as we look towards next weekend.
But as you said, good news for drivers on Monday, because here in the valley at least, that commute.
I think we'll be okay. Canyons, we could still have some concerns, but for the valleys, I think we'll be all right.
But meanwhile, you don't want to be driving in central or southern Utah right now.
We showed you. It's
Yikes.
really slow, and even seen some accidents, so we got to be cautious.
Great. Thanks, Breck.
A first of its kind powwow held in Utah today. See what these indigenous tribes were celebrating and how it's bringing communities together.
This is the Chevy Silverado with the world's first invisible trailer.
Invisible trailer?
Hop in. Silverado offers an optional technology package with up to 15 different views, including one enhanced view that makes your trailer appear invisible. Wow.
That's pretty sweet. That's cool.
Where's the trailer though?
Get 0% financing for 72 months on all Silverado 1500 pickups, or current competitive owners get a total value of $7,250 on this Silverado without optional tech package or enhanced invisible view.
I'm Jeff Birmingham. When the politicians tried to pass a massive tax on our food, I was proud to stand with the people and be a leader in the fight to stop them. As governor, I'll always put taxpayers first, because you have a right to know how your tax dollars are spent. I'll make our state government more transparent and more accountable so we can track every penny. Because it's not the politicians' money, it's your money.
Jeff Birmingham for governor.
It's the Hyundai President's Day sales event, where you'll find monumental savings plus a mountain of Hyundai's best benefits. It starts with great deals across the entire lineup of cars and SUVs. And now, every new 2020 Hyundai comes with complimentary maintenance, plus the peace of mind of America's best warranty. Hurry into the President's Day sales event, but don't wait, because the huge savings end soon. Get 0% APR for up to 72 months or $1,250 in savings on the 2020 Elantra. Only at your Utah Hyundai dealer.
Medicine in America is pretty reactive. The foundations of health are really non-medical.
There are many social issues that contribute to health concerns. Intermountain Healthcare is pioneering an alliance that collaborates with organizations to solve these complex issues.
Issues of housing, issues of education, and navigating through red tape to help them with their own finances and create a more stable foundation for their health.
To learn more about Intermountain's initiative, visit intermountain.com.
Dear Cabin Fever, we've got the cure for your woes. Because when winter advises you to stay inside with tea and blankets, our available all-wheel drive says come out and play. Head for thrills in the hills and take the rugged road less traveled. Trust us, you'll feel better in no time. Doctor's orders, Toyota SUVs.
Lease a new 2019 all-wheel drive Highlander for just $289 per month, or get $2,500 cash back on Highlander. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
You're watching Fox 13 News. Let's connect.
Welcome back. Today, protesters gathered outside the Department of Workforce Services looking for changes surrounding Utah's fossil fuel future. The youth movement, Fridays for Future, joined other demonstrators outside where the Utah 7 County Infrastructure Coalition was holding a board meeting. This coalition is responsible for projects like the Daggett Recreational Trail System and the Duchesne to Carbon Pipeline.
We need to stop spending money on fossil fuel infrastructure if we have any shot at moving forward towards a better future and combating climate change.
Protesters say the coalition is using taxpayer money that's meant for road repairs and rec centers, all to prop up the fossil fuel industry.
Today, the Urban Indian Center of Salt Lake and the Utah Pride Center held their first ever Two-Spirit powwow. The event was to honor Two-Spirit, or LGBTQ people, in indigenous North American communities. Most indigenous communities have specific terms in their own languages for the gender variant members. Two-Spirit has become a modern umbrella term used by many cultures. The free event featured dancers, drums, community presentations and resources, a cakewalk, and more.
We have members of our community that intersects with other communities, and so one of the biggest goals of this event and being involved in it for the Utah Pride Center is just to, make friends with this community.
It's something that Rose likes to do, and it just got me into it as well. So yeah, I would really like for our children to carry on this tradition.
Both the Urban Indian Center of Salt Lake and the Utah Pride Center hoping to make this event an annual tradition.
Still ahead, a turn in the murder of Utah County Sheriff's Deputy Corey Ride, why Megan Grunwald's murder conviction has been overturned.
And why police in Provo are issuing a warning over a certain kind of license plate.
Whether your car has small tires, big tires, tires that go fast, tires with extra grip, or tires that just get you from here to there, they can be an unexpected expense. Don't wait any longer. At Big O Tires, we have